again, I'm going to show you how to make this flower this time. Same punches as the last flower that we made, but there's just one addition. We're going to use the large retro flower, the Whale of a Punch retro flower, and then we're also going to use this square asterisk, which is one of the new medium punches. It makes a great snowflake, but it also makes fantastic centres for your flowers. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you how to make now. So what I've done is I've punched two of the flowers out of these are Bow Bunny Peacock Lane papers, which are just beautiful. Again, they're double-sided. So I'm going to do two of the purple ones, two of the white ones, two of the green dot and two of the turquoise. And I'm just going to show you what I've done is just stuck them together. So I've punched them out in twos, and then I'm going to use the Jonestones paper glue. This is perfect for making these flowers. So I'm just going to put this nib onto the flower and I'm just going to scratch round. I'm not letting my nib come off, because if you do that and you squeeze, you get a great glob of glue, and I don't want that. I want it to dry quite quickly, which this does. So it's a wet glue which gives you a little bit of manoeuvrability if you don't get it right in the first, in the right place the first time. Can't speak this morning, but it dries very quickly. So I've just scratched the glue on. Alright, so you can hardly see the glue, and then I'm just going to place this on top of here, and the reason I'm doubling them up is because I want to curl the petals, so I need a little bit more strength to the paper. So you can see I'm just going to press that down. Okay, just going to adjust it so it's in the right position, and then while I'm waiting for it to dry, I'm just going to ink the edges. I'm a bit obsessed with inking edges because I just think it gives it a real finished professional look. So I ink the edges of everything at the moment. I'm sure I drive people in the classes mad, but it's worth it when they're finished. So I'm just going to ink those edges, and then I would just leave that to dry for a minute or two. So I'm going to work on the ones that I've actually made already. This is going to be the base of my flower, this purple one, so you can see it's double-sided. Ink the edges, and then I'm going to use my bone folder again. Love this bone folder because it's got a nice sharp edge. A lot of bone folders are quite wide. This gives you a really nice surface to work with. I'm going to put my thumb on top, finger underneath, and I'm just going to curl that petal, and you can see what I'm doing is I'm rolling the bone folder underneath the petal and keeping my thumb on top, so it's got less chance of tearing. And I'm just going to work my way around and just slightly curl the petals on this first section. Okay, so I'll end up with that, so you can see it's just curled at the edges. And then I'm going to take my white one. Again, I'm just going to ink up the edges and miss the edges on this one, and that'll really annoy me if I don't ink the edges. So I'm just going to use my dry foam, and I'm just inking front and back around the top of the petals. Okay, get rid of those bits, and again I'm just going to curl lightly those edges. So you can see I'm just using my thumb to guide that bone folder, like so. Okay, so I've got two now. The dark one's going to go at the back, so again I'm just going to use a little bit of the paper glue, just scratch it on, we don't want a lot, and then I'm just going to put that so that it offsets the previous petals. Now, rather than sitting here like this and you getting bored at home, I'm actually going to use these tweezers from eCare to hold it in place while it dries. Because they're reverse tweezers, you have to squeeze them to open them, and then when they're actually closed, they give you a nice sharp squeeze, alright, to be able to keep it in place. So I'm just going to leave that there to dry while I do my next two lots. So that's really great. I'm going to use these again, exactly the same thing. I'm just going to curl them round, and then all I'm going to do is put my finger underneath and my thumb on top, and I'm just going to curl this a little bit more, okay, because I just want this to be a little bit of a tighter petal on here. Okay, so I'm just going to curl that a little bit more around the edge like so, and that'll give me that sort of flower there. Okay, and then I'm going to do exactly the same with my final one, which is my green dotty one. Just start it off with your bone folder. Don't try and just bend it straight from it being flat, because it won't work, and just gently roll it across your finger using your thumb. Okay, just like that, gently. Don't be scared. You've actually, because you stuck two flowers back to back now, you've actually got quite a stiff paper. Okay, so So now what I'm going to do is just remove the tweezers from those because that'll be nice and dry now. And I'm just going to do the same with this. I'm just going to pop that paper glue. So that's the only amount of glue that you need. You only need a tiny amount. And then I'm just going to pop that into the centre of there so you can see that it's making a nice centre for my flower. There we go. So I'm just going to put my tweezers on that, let that hold in place. And then all I've done is I've punched 4 of the square asterisk and I've stuck them back to back. Okay, so I'm now just going to pop glue in the middle of one of these and stick the other one on top of it. And I'm just going to offset these little sections that come out of the middle square like that. And just pop that. Now while that's drying in place, because it dries very quickly, this paper glue, I'm just going to pull the bottom ones up through the top ones. So every alternate one there will come through. You see what I'm doing? I've got 2 on the top 2 ones there and I'm pulling the bottom one through the middle, which gives it a little bit more dimension and actually keeps it held in place. So I'm just working my way around that flower there, and then I'm just going to push all those little stamen-like shapes up there, and that's the centre of my flower. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this into the middle of here first. Again, Jonestones paper glue, just scratch it on, stick that there so that it's offset like so. So you'll end up with that. And then all I'm going to do is put a foam pad on the back of here. So just a little foam square on the back of here. I just want to give the centre a little bit more dimension. And pop that in the middle of that flower there. Okay, and then you can just adjust your petals so you're happy with that. And then just to finish it off, I'm just going to use a Bo Bunny gemstone, the particularly beautiful gemstones these, they just glisten. And I'm just going to use one of these turquoise ones, take it off and just pop it in the centre of my flower, like so. Okay, and then next week if you look on the blog, I'll show you 1 or 2 card designs that I've done with flowers like this. We just need to get them on there, so give me a few days and we'll have them on. There you go. Okay, so that's your flowers made. The other thing I just want to show you is, just before you go, is this last one. If you exactly the same shape of flower, so you're just going to curl it like this, and then you're going to roll it between your finger and your thumb. So you're going to get it nice and rolled, nice and tight. Okay, just be patient. You can see I'm not just squashing it down, I'm rolling it backwards and forwards. And then that will give you exactly the same shape of flower that we've just done. But if you turn it over and put it down that way, you can make a different shaped flower, like that. So your petals are coming up the other way, and then you just build that up in the same way. So you'd get a different shape of flower. So there's lots of different things that you can do with the same punches. You've just got to play with them and get your money's worth out of them. Alright, see you soon. Bye.